Miles.
My name is Edward.
And my name's Stephen.
We are your BBC sports reporters delving into one of rugby's biggest tournaments, Six Nations, and bringing you all the controversial and competitive views on who's going to win the Six Nations from the home team supporters at Wren Academy.
My name is Miles. I'm your rugby-loving reporter, and when not watching the Six Nations, I'm playing.
Yes, Joe. Great rugby. Come on, lads. Get support. Let's get it out. Guys, get your hands on it.
We're going to interview Mr. Long, and he's an English PE teacher, and we're going to see his views on the Six Nations.
Favourite Six Nations moment has got to be when England won the Grand Slam in Ireland, going back to 2003, just before the World Cup. Very intense game, England on top, and yeah, that's what we did.
Can't remember the scoreline?
I can't remember what the score was, but I know we won it, so
Yeah.
I was pleased, yeah.
Who's your favourite English player?
My favourite all-time player has got to be a scrum half called Matt Dawson. When I was growing up, it was the position that I eventually played, and yeah, he was considered the world best at the time. And I also quite like Austin Healey because he was a bit of a character.
What country in the Six Nations do you reckon has the best stadium?
Yeah, definitely England Twickenham. I have been to Millennium Stadium, which for a rugby game, any sporting event is pretty good. There's only one home rugby, and that is definitely Twickenham. And represented the club, that club, for about 15 years. Played for my school, played for my county. The club that I was at was quite a big club, and ended up playing for them semi-professionally for a while, and so yeah, it was a good rugby career. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, what would your first reactions be if England won the Six Nations again?
My first reactions.
Yeah.
Come on, England! That would be it.
Enough about England, let's give Scotland a chance to voice their opinion.
We interviewed Mr. Glasby, and he's a Scottish science teacher at Wren Academy, and we are going to interview him.
What was your favourite Six Nations moment?
There hasn't been very many good Six Nations moments for us as Scots. I'm not sure. I think at half time we were winning against Wales. I think that was probably my favourite moment so far. Yeah, I don't know. Come back to me on that one.
Okay. How would you react if your country won the Six Nations?
I'd be totally delighted. I'd be really, really surprised. I don't think we've won it. I don't think we've ever won the Six Nations. I think last time we won it was when it was called the Five Nations in 1999.
Oh wow. What is the next thing in rugby you are looking forward to?
The next thing, World Cup.
Okay. Do you think your team has a chance of winning the Six Nations?
No, definitely not. No.
How did you get into rugby, and why do you enjoy it?
I think I've always kind of enjoyed it. I don't like rugby as much as football, but I think ever since I was a kid, really, I used to play rugby a little bit when I was about kind of 10 or 11. So that was back 1990, 91. I remember the World Cup in 1991. Was in England, and some of that was in Scotland, so I watched some of the games in that.
Hang on a minute, let's not forget about Wales. Here's what one of the students had to say. So, who's your favourite Welsh player? Halfpenny. Captain. Bobby. How would you react if your country won the Six Nations?
I don't know, I mean, I'm expecting it, so I just guess I'll just be, as I always am, just my normal self, intelligent, modest, be a good thing to have. But we've already really got the title, haven't we? We are the best nation, so that's where it comes from, all the players we've got.
What's the next big rugby game you're looking forward to?
I think they're all big, you know. You got to come on to the next game, and you always have to look forward. All the games are a big game. As I say, play every game like it's your last. Play every game like it's a cup final. So every game's a big game, even the friendlies.
So, are you looking forward to the Rugby World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another big tournament for us to win. I'm sure we'll win it. Can't wait for it.
How did you get into rugby?
Asked from my dad. He's a keen rugby lad. Top lad. Loves a bit of rugby. From Wales, of course. Played it as a kid and got me into it really.
So when did you get into rugby?
I must have been about 8 or 9.
So, what stadium do you reckon is the best in the Six Nations?
What's the Welsh stadium called?
Millennium.
That's it. The Millennium Stadium, of course, in
And
Cardiff.
the Iria Stadium in Snowdon.
Yeah. I mean, Twickenham's not that good, is it, mate? I mean, yeah, it's pretty average.
Thank you very much.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What was your favourite Six Nations moment?
I would say when Wales beat Scotland a few years ago and totally annihilated them.
Okay, so how would you react if your country won the Six Nations?
I'd be really pleased. I'll probably watch it with all my family, and they're all Welsh, and we'd probably have a big party that evening to celebrate.
So is it your family that got you interested in rugby?
It is. It's my mum specifically, who's a big rugby fan, and as a little girl I always had to watch the Welsh games, and then we moved to Northamptonshire and she was a Northampton Saints ticket holder, so I used to go and watch them at Northampton Saints as well.
So what is the next thing in rugby that you are looking forward to?
Definitely the Rugby World Cup.
How did you get into rugby and why do you enjoy it?
So one of the reasons that I enjoy it is I think compared to football it's a much friendlier sport. So I like that when you go to the matches, all the teams just sitting together and everybody gets on, and you kind of it's the summer shared picnics outside rather than it being like football where all the supporters are quite aggressive towards each other. So I'd say that was definitely a reason why I like it.
So would you say you prefer rugby to other sports?
Yeah, definitely prefer it to other sports, especially team sports.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Last but not least, let's see what Ireland have to say about their chances.
We interviewed one of our Irish business and EPQ teachers, Mr. Smiley. We asked him what his opinions on this year's Six Nations were and who he thought was going to win.
What was your favourite Six Nations moment?
I think my favourite Six Nations moment is any time that Ireland beat England.
Okay, who is your favourite player?
Over the years, I would say that my favourite player is probably from the 70s, a player called Willie John McBride.
Any particular reason why?
The reasons, number one, he went to my old secondary school, so a little bit of a hero based on that. And secondly, he was a fantastic leader. People who played with him have said what a great leader he was in terms of how he managed and led and developed players.
So, how would you react if your country won the Six Nations?
Oh, I'd be very, very happy. Obviously, coming up next week, it's St Patrick's Day as well, so it could be a joint celebration.
What is the next thing in rugby you're looking forward to?
Well, obviously, we're looking forward to the next match. The next match is very important. It could be whether Ireland win the Triple Crown or, in fact, the Grand Slam.
So, do you think that your team has a chance of winning the Six Nations?
I think, yes, definitely, in terms of the matches we've already won and the fact that we've only got the match left. If we win that we win the Grand Slam, and there is a very, very good chance that we'll do that. However, Ireland do have a reputation perhaps for pulling defeat from the jaws of victory, so I hope that doesn't happen.
Okay, so do you prefer rugby to other sports, and why?
No, I played rugby when I was at school, and I tend to watch in terms of the Six Nations, but outside of that, I probably don't watch a lot of rugby. I probably prefer golf and football to rugby now.
Are you looking forward to tonight's game against Wales?
I've got mixed feelings. Obviously, very excited about the fact that if we win that, we win the Grand Slam and the Triple Crown. but also very nervous, knowing that in the past when Ireland have been in these positions, they've not handled the pressure particularly well. So hopefully tonight they can handle the pressure and win the match. So mixed feelings about tonight.
Okay, thank you. We are reporting live on News Report Day 2015. Here is the latest update from the Six Nations.
At the bottom of the table is Scotland with 0 points.
Second from bottom is Italy with 2 points.
France in 4th position has 4 points.
Wales in 3rd position with 6 points. Second from the top is Ireland with 6 points.
And leading the table is England with 6 points.
The final match is this weekend. Who is going